Hey there everybody, this is Shadowgill and welcome to the final part of Sonic Forces. And you've not gone mad, I am in stage 2 here. The reason for this is I'm actually going to be showing off the last two Wisp-Bombs. I'm going to be showing off Hazel a little bit more since I don't really show it off while I've been playing this mainly. But yeah, Hover's main firing button is a short range little shockwave that pushes robots, and well, I think the main aim is to knock them into other robots. It's not that great. Its special ability also wasn't really that great either. I mean, it's the Hover Wisp. It makes you hover, really. You're going to see it in a minute what that does. But yeah, I'm showing off the other remaining Wisp-Bomb weapons because I've not really got anywhere else to put them, really. Because, I mean, I could put them at the end of the video, I could put them somewhere, but yeah, don't really want to put them in the middle of the start of episode Shadow, so yeah, they're going here. But yeah, I finally found a Hollow Wisp, and this is what it does. It lets you fly in the air with the relative grace of ease. It's also supposed to make, and it, whilst it's active, stop you from falling into pits. Except I kind of fell into a pit, but I think that it actually ran out beforehand. The last Wisp-Bomb that we currently have is Void. Now you don't actually get this in normal play until you actually beat the game. The Hover Wisp-Bomb you actually got from the third Infinite fight. Now the Void Wisp-Bomb actually summons a black hole which sucks enemies in and just kills them. It also drags enemies and items and power-ups to you, and you actually collect them into the black hole, and those you actually do collect. Again, the Wisp-Bomb power-up for this is pretty blah. It allows you to teleport. It does damage robots, but I don't, aside from a few being able to actually go out of bounds in this level by glitching, I don't really see very much any decent applications for the Void Wisp-Bomb. I'm just going to show it in 2D as well because there it is. I think you can actually control the angle of where you teleport when you activate it, so there's that, I guess. And then I'll go killing enemies with it. So yeah, that's all the remaining Wisp-Bombs that we've yet to find out. There's no other ones. You've seen in cutscenes that there's one suspiciously shaped like a laser wisp, and for some reason you don't actually get that one in this game. I wonder whether it was like dummied out, but they kept the modelling for like the other NPCs. So here's Classic Sonic's final level. Again, this is worst level. You can't really do much in it, and I'm constantly getting hit. And those little red boxes which fire missiles at you, they will home in on your position, and they're placed in very mean positions, like this one here where this red star ring is. I had to actually sacrifice my shield just to get the thing, and I'd rather use it for something else, like somewhere around here, I suppose. Also, there's a lot of electric things here that I keep running into, and it's annoying. But the main gimmick of this level is these flywheels, and they kind of work like the flywheels do in well, there's a couple levels come to mind. The first one is Mega Drive Scrap Brain 2. And there's also, I think Metallic Madness also had them in Sonic CD. And a couple of the 8-bit games also had them as well. This level, this particular area also has an auto-scrolling section. Oh goody! An auto-scrolling section in a Sonic game. Those are actually pretty rare. I think the only there's like 2 or 3 I can think of off the top of my head, which occur having auto-scroller. The ones that come to mind are both 8-bit games. Bridge Zone Act 2 in Sonic the Hedgehog 1 8-bit, and Act 3 of I forgot what the level's called, but it's the one where you're on the train in the in Triple Trouble. I think it's the Act 3 of the second zone. I can't remember the level name off the top of my head because I never really played that game because I never had a Game Gear. But yeah, all scrollers are actually pretty rare in Sonic games. Like, really only those two come to mind instantly. I think there's another one, but hell, I can remember it at this point. But yeah, there's two routes into this next section where we're going to be seeing a lot because guess where I end up dying a lot. If you answer like around here somewhere, then yeah, you're probably right. We're also pretty much at the end of the level, so ready for once again consistently dying at the end of the level. Please get a ring poke me. But yeah, the big problem here is, well, not actually between the checkpoint and then the level itself, is actually this little section after these going through these flywheels. Here, basically you have to run from these missiles, otherwise they will knock you off and kill you. And the method of actually doing it is, well, I don't realise it because I actually, I think I realised it like the third time I actually get there, is you actually have to use the drop dash to get a decent speed boost, enough of a speed boost to actually get to the other side. And also ramps being a bane in my existence again, making me go into the wrong direction. I thought I was facing right there, trying to get up to that ramp. Turns out, no, I wasn't. And then I ended up spinning into the right, spinning into the abyss. Honestly, it's not really worth it. All that's really down here on this slower route with the platforming section. I think I actually do eventually go through this platforming segment at least once during this run through of this area. But yeah, it's not. All that's there is that red star, and it's not particularly worth it at all. But yeah, I want to finish this level. I just have to climb up here using these flywheels, spin to get faster, and get catapulted further. Which I think is needed for a couple of red stars, especially in the Australian segment. And yeah, thought that I could just land and spin dash, but no, the missiles are there well before you can actually activate spin dash, and then you die. Yeah, there's the other route, which is I actually thought I would just ruin a lot more than I did, but turns out no, I actually went through it just fine. It's pretty great, really. I think, is this the successful attempt? I don't think it is. This is probably one of these sections now where I should just like, yeah, I just cut it just like I did with Chemical Plant. That was the successful attempt. Because I'm just wondering why there's like a long gap now between the next cutscene, which is inevitable, and alright, I think there's another level. Yeah, it's another level, and I believe it's the final mixed level of the game, or the final tag level of the game, basically. The only level which I didn't have any gripes with, if I'm being at all honest. I mean, I believe I do die like a couple of well, actually I do have gripes with this now that I think about it, and it's all at the start of the level. It kind of plays a lot like what's the level called? I forget what the level's called, but it's like the final area in Sonic Colors. Where you're going down this long shaft. It starts off with those laser things, and you gotta go past these granny things, which, as you just saw, are instant death. And I believe the vast majority of the red star rings are there. There's at least, I think there's 3 red star rings there in the section. It might be 2, but there's definitely a couple of the red star rings here. Yeah, there's the second one. There's the third one. It's like just in like the opening like 30 seconds. Is like the vast majority of the red star rings. And here's the second gripe, is that I don't know how you're supposed to deal with this shocking thing. I like these rails because they actually shock you, and I don't really see any sort of like advance. Oh hey, this is going to zap you sort of thing, which is rather annoying. It's like at least these do this. You have like an advanced warning of where they're going to try and shoot you from, but these grind rails don't. I mean, being the cat has its mini advantage here because I can have free ring if I do end up getting hit. Also, choosing poorly here does not help. But yeah, I actually managed to get all the red star rings in like one go here. Also, this was like the first level where I used hover, and yeah, there's hover in general. It's just like a little shot away that blows enemies away, and it's not very good. I'd rather be using drill for this segment, because if I use drill here, this thing dies like almost instantly. And I'll be honest, that's pretty much the level, because we go straight to the Doldus section. And there's rings all around this section, but you don't actually need them, I suppose, for the ring bonus at the end of the level. So yeah, just double boost and eventually reach the end of the level, and again, reminiscent to that level in Sonic Colors, how it ends. I'll figure out what that level's called and I'll put it in post. Hopefully I'll remember that. In before I don't. But yeah, I believe I have one last cutscene before what is actually going to be the final boss of this game. Yeah, we're finally here, only 7 videos in, who'd have thunk it? Even though it's classed as a classic Sonic level, the avatar is involved, and I was thinking what Whisper do I want to use here. I was thinking, well, I call this cat Blanc. Let's bring the hammer. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's bring the hammer. And I went, no, don't be stupid. Don't be absolutely stupid. Bring the drill. The drill is far better for dealing with the avatar's segment of this final boss.
We did it! Eggman's army is officially butt-kicked. We won! Come on, now what? Can we ever just win and have that be the end of it?
Look!
Gotcha! The fortress reactor was just a decoy. A true winner always keeps his trump card hidden until the end.
Sonic, what's going on? There aren't less enemies, there's more!
What?
How can it be so many? Confirmed sightings indicate Shadow, Metal Sonic, Zavok, Chaos, Infinite. Thousands of them.
What have you done?
I merely incorporated the Phantom Ruby into this Death Egg robot.
But that means the Phantom Ruby no longer has a vulnerable energy supply. It's an invulnerable ruby?
A good deduction, Tails. This Death Egg robot has... No, I have surpassed Infinite to become the complete and ultimate form. You will be crushed by this Death Egg robot powered by the Phantom Ruby, and in the end, everything will still be just as I planned.
Your plan will end like all your plans do, with you sitting in a pile of busted robot parts wondering how you failed so badly. Let's get him.
So here we are, the final boss, the Death Egg robot, which is really different from all the other Death Egg robots we've seen in the past. Obviously powered by Infinite Stroke the Phantom Ruby. Its basic attack is just going to be flinging a laser to get rid of the ground that you're on. And as long as you're more or less in the middle, you're not going to die. And the thing regenerates anyway. What you want to do is to wait for him to fling balls at you, or iron balls or rocks at you, and then hit them back at him. You can actually, the one where you get the first rock in, you can actually bounce that 3 times if you get that to right. Once he throws 2 balls at you, then he's more or less done. And that's it for Classic Sonic's part of this fight. Now we're on the Avatar stage, this is where I brought Drill. Again, Astro Bliss Plan if you really want the invincibility, you're struggling. I personally use Drill here. He throws homing missiles at you, and then he stomps the ground with a shockwave. You can either homing attack the pan, which is weak, or you can actually just drill into it, which is what I eventually end up doing. It's also why this phase takes a lot longer than most. Well, actually, the reason why this phase is actually the longest is mainly because I die a lot. Once you hit the hand at least once, made him recoil, he summons Eggman to try and distract you. But yeah, you get the drill, you can just drill him 3 times, and every time he knocks you back with the drill, every time you get knocked back with the drill, you can just start charging the drill again. Once you charge it at max, you can actually get back to hitting him again, which is the main reason why I picked Drill here. No, yeah, I did that. This is the main. This is pretty much the hardest part of the fight. At least that's what I think, anyway. Because I had like no troubles with Classic Sonic. I don't have any troubles with the final phase, actually. Surprisingly enough, I thought that would probably be the one that gave me the most trouble. But no, it's this phase. It's this phase. Mainly because when you're in the last phase of this part of the boss fight, he starts destroying the ground, and you kind of want him to be strategic with the Death Egg robot fires its lasers to remove the terrain, so that you've actually got some room to maneuver, because it's going to fire those lasers a few times, and then it's going to do the homing missiles. And if you have like no room to maneuver with the homing missiles around, you are screwed. So yeah, you kind of don't want that. Ideally, you probably want to. I think I actually do it on this particular attempt, and that is to stay on like either the extreme left or the extreme right hand side, and then. Like moves like relatively slowly, but not too slowly that you actually get caught by the laser. So he'll do this 3 times, and then he'll fling the homing missiles, which you then have to avoid, or just run into like a complete hit. And then another set of drills, and that's the Avatar section of this boss done. I'm surprised that that little glass thing breaks when Classic Sonic has a little bit of doing it. But you think that would actually be the main weak point of the thing? As far as even the avatar is concerned, so that it breaks out and then the little Eggman's little face looking thing turns up and bursting out of it. But you'd think that'd be the weak point for Avatar as well, but no, the weak point's the arms that it drops at you. So for the final phase here, I don't know, it reminds me a lot of the is it the Nega Wisp armor from Sonic Colors? The final boss from Sonic Colors? Is that it'll do a laser that sweeps left to right. Or right to left. Now what you're wanting to do is not to mistime your jumps so that you are consistently losing your rings. You kind of want to break those mounds and hope that you get Wisps to get charge boost power up. What you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to boost to Eggman and then only attack him a few times. But so it's rather RNG what comes out of the mounds that you run into, whether you get rings, whether you get nothing at all, whether you get the Wisp. But if you have more or less full-on Wisp, full-on boost by the time you hit him again, then you can just run into him again. His next set of attacks includes flamethrowers, which he'll do in random winds, or he'll do a wavy one, like he nearly tried to do. Fire is hot and is very hurty, by the way, just so you know. I actually don't know whether he has any other attacks because I don't think I actually see him do anything other than the laser and the fire. But yeah, boost to him. Oh right, he uses this, which is well, he fires missiles at you. And that's more. I'd say that's more similar to Egg Dragon, but they were thinking like comparison to the Mega Wisp armor like it has been doing. Maybe it's the rocket, but when the Mega Wisp armor never actually used rocket as a weapon, as one of its powers. It'll never use cube, laser. It used frenzy. I don't know how it used frenzy, but it did. But yeah, on the last hit, you actually do a triple boost rather than a double boost. Now this one, if you do actually fail it, you actually have to do the last hit. You have to get the last set of hits in again before actually doing a triple boost. Or it's either that, or you actually have to boost up to Eggman again. Either way, that's the final boss. That's this game. And well, enjoy the final cutscene, I suppose. I don't really have very much left to say.
Goodbye. Get home safely, Sonic. And thanks for everything.
Yeah! Cheer up, Tails. I'm sure we'll run into him again. Alright, guys. It's time we cleaned up the mess that Eggman left this world in. And I'm not talking about those illusions he dreamed up for us. We need to fix the real world we all live in.
Right. True that.
Come on. Let's go!
Yeah!
And as we watch the credits roll, I just want to point out that while I do have my gripes about this game and why, compared to the other Sonic game that got released for the anniversary, why this one is absolutely just subpar in comparison. Because Sonic Mania was super great. It was like back to the old school kind of thing, which is something I really liked. And it added new stuff in, and it continued to add new stuff in with Menu Plus and well, Encore mode as well. Speaking of which, I don't know when Sonic actually, well, the classic Sonic disappeared. When classic Sonic disappears, does he disappear? And when he reappears, it's at the start of Sonic Mania Adventures, because he's doing the same waving pose as he was when he disappeared here, when he first reappeared in Sonic Mania verse. Or does Sonic Mania's Encore mode carry on from this and teleport Sonic straight into that? Still need to do that. I actually still need to do that properly, like in real life. But before that's probably going to happen before I actually do a recording of it. I'll be honest. Those special stages in that game are hard. But yeah, off track. My thoughts on this game. It's not a bad game. Like I said, I have my issues with certain things like momentum. Homing attacks not working properly, but yeah, other than that, it's a really good game. It's more of an average Sonic game as opposed to like a really good Sonic game. It's like you just put it in the box along with like Sonic Lost World. Let's see, other like recent Sonic games come to mind. Well, in my opinion, on occasion, Sonic Heroes and Shadow. Speaking of Shadow, I'm definitely going to be doing an episode of Shadow straight after this. Well, not straight after this video, but there is one more Sonic Forces video coming, and it's going to be episode Shadow. I'm probably going to be doing live commentary back for that. So yeah, less of me just rambling on about nonsense and losing track of what I was saying in the first place. But yeah, there's a lot of 3D Sonics where I'd just be like, yeah, it's okay, but it really could have been better. And compared to like Sonic Generations, which it's just the similar sort of things. What they did here is they kind of ruined like all the things that Sonic Generations was good at. They kind of ruined, and as an extension to that, they kind of like also ruined the drop dash. The drop dash was not as good in this game as it was in Sonic Mania, if I'm to be truthfully honest. And the only real time you'd want to use it is like the very first classic Sonic level, and at the very end of the very last classic Sonic level, where you kind of have to use it, otherwise you're going to die. But yeah, other than that, the other thing I kind of want to complain about, one of the rare things I would complain about for Sonic game, and it's the music. It might just be me. I don't like the whole electronica synth sort of style of music as much, despite the fact that I like folk-like music, and a lot of that can be like synth electronica sort of thing. But there aren't really many songs here in this game that are actually rather memorable, aside from Fist Bump, the main theme, which fits like the aesthetic of like most main game Sonic main themes. So yeah, that's a given. The other songs I particularly like, The songs you'll be hearing in episode Shadow, which are like remixes of Shadow stages from Adventure 2, and I think a couple of his stages from his own game as well. And also Infinite's theme. Infinite's theme is really good. It really fits the character. It's like really edgy. It also fits his gaming. I mean, like I said, I don't like the electronic synth wub kind of thing, but kind of really fits for Infinite. All things considered, and I kind of really like it. But yeah, other than that, there's like nothing really memorable with the music. And generally, that's one of the main plus points with the Sonic games, is that the music is like super good, and on like several occasions like super memorable. But here, not so much. It just, I don't know, it just feels all the same. It's probably why I don't particularly like it. But yeah, it's a passable game as far as the Sonic games are concerned. I mean, there's definitely far worse that Sega have come up with. Sonic 06, Sonic Boom for the Wii U. But well, technically the Wii U Sonic Boom technically wasn't Sega themselves. That was a different company, but it was still a terrible game. Let's be honest here. But yeah, so that's really all I want to say. I've got really nothing else much to say. So other than that, look forward to episode Shadow, where I'm finally going to be going back to live commentary. And hopefully, if you don't stay around for episode Shadow, maybe I'll see you for anything else I happen to be recording or playing through on my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Twitter, Facebook. Don't get. I was about to say leave a comment, but as I said, I've already done the whole leave a comment. And yeah, I will leave you with the rest of the credits and the outro. So with that, I will take care and see you later. Ciao.
Until the battle's won. No one's gonna get something to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight. It's a brand new day. We have turned the page. Never knew how much I needed somebody to help me this way. Oh,
Finally, an end to this endless battle. Everyone can go back home and relax. There's no need for the resistance.
Hold on. There's still a lot we need to do. We're just getting started.
Huh? What, you're leaving us? There are others who need your help. But okay, I'm not gonna stop you.
Man, the first time I saw you stumbling around, I had no idea you could pull this thing together and see it to the end. I've changed my mind about you.
I knew you'd come through, rookie. Well, I guess you're not a rookie anymore.
You did good out there. It's not like you just waited till the last minute to come in and act all cool, saving the day.
Our battle is done, and our resistance has come to a conclusion. But we'll be friends forever. A single person cannot restore the entire world. We have to work together and make a diligent effort. Yeah!
Hey, you're taking off too? I was thinking the same thing. You gonna keep moving forward? No matter what, yeah? You and I aren't so different. See you later, buddy.
Just a fun fact there, that 0.1% of Eggman's territory always stays there no matter how many of the hidden stages you do. Anyway, see you later from me, good and proper.
Together we can show the world what we